emails coming out, more than 10,000 already ahead of this big last debate in Las Vegas. And what's interesting is when you look at what Hillary Clinton has been doing in the previous two debates with Donald Trump, going after his business experience, some of the emails that have leaked already suggest that Hillary Clinton, behind closed doors in paid Goldman Sachs speeches, she was saying that it would be great to have a presidential candidate with business experience, and that rich people are too often criticized for success. That's a bit different than obviously what she's been saying in the debates. Bernie Sanders as well has to be frustrated with some of the information in those Wall Street speeches, the transcripts where she seemed to be a lot more cozy with Wall Street than the expectation that she would actually institute Wall Street reform if elected. Then look at what happened last December. After the San Bernardino massacre that left 14 people dead, John Podesta, the campaign chairman, sent an email suggesting it might be better for the campaign if a non-Muslim had led that terror attack. After a Clinton aide noted that MSNBC host Christopher Hayes had tweeted the name of the suspect was Saeed Farouk, another staffer, Karen Finney, wrote, "Damn," as if it would have been better if it had been a non-Muslim, while Podesta responded, you can see it there, "Better if a guy named Saeed Farouk was reporting that a guy named Christopher Hayes was the shooter." So you can see sort of bizarre there in that email exchange, the idea that the Clinton campaign maybe thought it'd be better for their campaign narrative if it was a white person who was behind a terror attack instead of a Muslim.
Incredible. And Henry, thank you, my friend. All right, Bree Payton with the Federal with us right now. Bree, what do you think of all of this?
I mean, as someone who was born and raised in San Bernardino County, I'm obviously very appalled at this response, and that his concern wasn't for the 14 Americans who were killed and the other 22 who were injured in this attack, but that the fact that, you know, this tragedy wasn't easy for him to exploit for the Clinton campaign. Sadly, though, I don't think that this kind of response or reaction is all that far out of left field coming from the left. You know, it took Barack Obama 2 weeks to come out and visit and grieve with the families of the victims. And do you want to know what he was doing between the 2 weeks between the attack and his visit? He was throwing parties at the White House, and he was too busy pushing for extreme gun control measures to come out and grieve with the families of the victims. So I think when it comes to radical Islamic terrorism, Obama and Podesta and the Clinton campaign are one and the same, in that their only interest is to exploit it to push for gun control.
But, you know, the one thing that's loud and clear in this is whatever you think of what's been leaked out here, it pales in comparison to the type of coverage that Donald Trump has gotten over these women and their allegations that he did worse than grope them, etc. And I'm wondering, like, forget about, you know, even keeping it even, reporting as aggressively on these WikiLeaks and these embarrassing revelations for her and her campaign. It's more like 10-1 in favor of the Trump stories. There's not even a hint of trying to balance it out.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, if we even mentioned the Podesta emails and what Hillary Clinton's campaign manager did, especially in the wake of this horrific tragedy, the worst terror attack on U.S. soil at that time since 9/11, I think, you know, that would be nice. And I think it's far more alarming when you do consider what Trump and Hillary Clinton have done in regards to, you know, hiding and covering up sexual allegations. I think that what Hillary Clinton has done is far worse than what Donald Trump said.
All right, we'll watch it closely, but I mean, there's no semblance of being even-handed here, but it is what it is. All right, thank you very, very, very much. All right, a lot of you probably look at these